Alright, what's up guys? J Bell Hunting here. And I'm sorry that we don't get to have a hunting video this year. I lost all my footage to my buck I killed this Monday. I killed Monday, and kind of wanted to walk you guys through my season. And today we're gonna put in new inserts into my bow. Well, into my Victory Archery arrows that I shot my buck with this year. So this hunting season, pretty difficult to say the least. And started out last year, well, this year, February, I think it was February 10th, I think. Found a shed. I was gonna call the buck Joker. And got a picture of him January 5th, I think it was. And so I had my sights on that buck all year. And so I've been, well, I think it was like August 24th, out scouting, and I didn't see any bucks at all out there. Only a bunch of does, and so that made me believe that there was like no bucks out there in our summer, and he was all across the road, because the farmers, they had corn, and we didn't have any food in ours. We just had a clover field in, and that was about it. 2 clover fields. So that made me think that all the bucks were living over there. But I did get a summer picture of that buck back on a stand that I called. Well, that's my dad's stand. So I buy these arrows, I think, September 12th, I think I bought these arrows. These arrows, bought them at Cabela's, and had some guy come in. He built them for me. And so he put the inserts in, and the glue he used just didn't work, because I got home the next day I shot them all. Well, shot 3 of them, and the inserts of my arrows came out. Like, shot them in the target, inserts came right out. So did the field point. So come season, I shoot a doe opening morning. Well, opening night at like 8 o'clock. And shot her at 42 yards. And there was a bunch of blood on the arrow. Good blood all the way around. So I was thinking that I killed her. And I heard a loud thump. She mule kicked. And so we're finding good blood all the way through. We get down to the creek where I was hunting a creek stand. So over top of the clover field. Hunting the creek stand, and come to find out, there was little specks of blood all the way in the creek. So unfortunately, didn't find her. Pretty sure she's dead, but there was 0 blood. And then, like, I think it was October 6th, went out to my buddy's farm, shot another doe there. And I think I hit her, like, I think I skimmed her back or skimmed her bottom, one of the two. And I thought I had killed her. So we're tracking this deer all night, and then the next day, all next day. And there was no blood. It was so hard to look. So that deer's alive, I think. And I'm hoping that deer's alive. But then, so I had good hunts all the way through, but no deer came in range. Saw some bucks like chasing come November. So November 13th. Get out of school early. And get out of school early. Hunted from 12 all the way to 12 o'clock all the way till night. Saw good action all the way up. Watched these 3 does for like 3 hours. And then here comes another doe from behind me, from my west, sitting on my dad's and my stand. Sitting back there, and I look over, and here comes a doe, 40 yards, and I didn't have a shot at her, or else I would have shot at her. But then the next hour, I look over, and I see antlers. Positive I was gonna kill this deer. He did exactly what I thought he was gonna do. Came down the lane, came right under my stand, and go out right in the field. 20-yard shot. So I think I misjudged the distance, and I shot at the deer 20 yards, and I think he was 30 yards. Went right under his head. I was pretty bummed. I don't know. I was pretty down. That night I go, I'm not hunting tomorrow. I'm done with this season. I'm going to hang my bow up. I was so upset. So Saturday and Sunday, I hang out with my cousin Alec. So I didn't do any hunting. And then Monday, so my grandparents' pole barn burnt down. And we didn't go to school Monday, so I decided to get out early in the morning and go out hunting. I rise, I'm doing an interview. I see 3 does up on the hill. Not even first light, it was still pretty dark. So I see them first 3 deer. I was like, all right, this morning's gonna be good. Planned on sitting all day. See them 3 deer. They ran off because they were downwind of me. It was blowing straight west. I was in the creek stand. It was blowing right over the field. Right on the left side of the field. So I'm sitting in a creek stand. I was like, you know what? Might as well do some grunting. And I just kept hitting the grunt call, making it seem like there was a buck chasing a doe out in the field. And then all of a sudden, I hear leaves crunching, like 2 minutes right after I called. I hear leaves crunching, look to my right, and here's this buck that I just shot. He's coming right up the creek, right into right, going straight back to like the thicket that's right in front of me. There's a swamp, really thick back there. And I look out there, and here's a little buck walking. And this buck, the buck I'm like the 8-pointer, he is walking towards that little buck in the thicket. So I hit the grunt tube again. This buck looks at me, wags his tail, comes beeline just straight to me. He was only 40 yards at that point. And he was coming straight to me, and he went behind these branches, and I went, "Meh," and he stopped, and I just smoked him right in the shoulder, hit lungs, and that deer gushing out blood. The rage just tore him up, gushing out blood. Went straight into the thicket, and I watched him drop. Like, he didn't even go 40 yards right into the thicket. So, I called my dad, and he was pretty stoked about it, but he had to go do fire. He had to go do fire, and he had a meeting at the firehouse, so we gave the deer 3 hours. I saw it drop. I knew it was a good shot. That deer, we could have went after it for an hour. I was getting so impatient, and finally, Dad comes home. Dad comes home. My grandma's down there. My grandma's talking to my dad about the fire last night. So I'm telling Dad, like, let's go get in the truck. And so finally, after like half an hour, he finally comes out to the truck. He got home at like 10:50, and we got to the truck at like 11:20. And I already knew where the deer was. We pull up to the tree line. I have our new dog. His name is Roscoe, German Shepherd. We go right up to the tree line, and I put him on the blood, trying to teach him how to track like blood. And we see the deer. We see the deer right into the thicket. You can see him just laying there. So we go right up to him. And this is my second year bow hunting. And this is my second buck bow hunting as well. Last year I shot a smaller 8, and this year I shot a bigger 8 than what I shot last year. And tell you what, right before that deer came out, I prayed to God and asked God to hopefully bring a big buck by me. And that Friday, I also prayed and I asked him to bring a big buck by me. And he did, but I messed up. And that same buck that I missed that night came right to me again, and I shot him and killed him. It's glory to God, me being able to shoot this buck, and can't thank him enough, can't thank my dad enough for this wonderful season that I had, even though it had ups and downs, but it all came together. I shot my biggest buck on November 16th of 2020. See you guys.